Back with part 3 on taxes, income taxes, here on Smoking Cigars with Howlinblind Money Slim on a beautiful, cold, icy cold Wednesday, January the 6th of 2010. When the central bank set itself up in 1913 and they tricked the Congress and the government into putting it into place, still a private bank. Here, let me take a break. All right, sorry about that, folks. Had a little had a phone call, as we sometimes get. But we were talking about the income tax. Now, here's what happens. According to the Constitution, our government, and you know, this used to happen. Our Congress is supposed to print and coin money based on, and regulate the value thereof, based on some intrinsic value that it's based on. It was based on the value of gold and the amount of gold and silver the government had. And when other countries would say, well, you got a $1,000 bill there that you want to use, and I know for a fact you have $1,000 worth of gold, your money is good. Money today is only backed by the promise or the fact that our government says our money's good. But see, we're on a paper standard, and that's where they print as much money as they have paper for. Instead of, it used to be they print as much money as they had gold for. And as gold becomes more scarce, the value of that gold goes up, which then would raise the value of our money. But right now, the value of our money is going down because of inflation. Like I said in a video a couple years ago about supply and demand, the fewer copies of Elvis Presley's "That's All Right Mama" on Sun label from 1955 that are available, the more valuable they are. All of a sudden, they find a box of 50,000 copies, and the value drops. The more money in circulation, without anything to back it up, the more money in our circulation. Federal Reserve printing $700 billion for a bailout. The Federal Reserve printing another $800 billion or trillion, whatever it was, for the George Bush bailout. All that causes the value and the buying power of your dollar to go down. Now, the Federal Reserve is a private bank who prints and mints our coins, but they print our money. And they have no one that can tell them what they can and can't do, basically. In other words, if Greenspan decides, or no, not Greenspan anymore, it's Bernanke. When Bernanke decides we need to put some more money in the system, they just print it up and put it out there, and your value, dollar value goes down, and the prices of real valuable items like bread, meat, potatoes, eggs and bacon and things like that go up. But they don't just print that out of the goodness of their heart and say, we want more money in the economy to make the economy better. No, they don't print it out of the goodness of their heart. They print it with debt attached to it. That is where your income tax comes in. $1 billion has the debt of the principal of $1 billion plus the interest of whatever that is, you know. And that is what we're paying back. There's no way the debt owed to the Federal Reserve Bank will ever be paid back, because the only place you can get money is from the Federal Reserve. And if every dollar they print is printed and given to the loaned to the government and spent into existence is done at interest, then where's the money come to pay the principal and the interest? It comes from the Federal Reserve, which would then create more interest. It's like I borrowed $6,000 from Wells Fargo, but I owe them $6,800 back. So I think, I'd really like to get out of that debt. So I go to Wells Fargo and I borrow $7,000 and I pay them the $6,800, and now I've got a little extra cash. But now my due debt is the original $7,000 plus the interest on that $7,000. That's what our government does. They borrow the money, spin it to existence like it's going out of style, and we pay it back in our federal income taxes. This government can run without income taxes. This government can run without a central bank. This government can run without the IRS. And how do I know this? Because we've done it before. We did it from day one all the way up to 1913 when it was put into law. I still say the 16th Amendment was never ratified. In any law that contradicts the Constitution that is deemed unconstitutional is null and void. That's why I think, another reason why I think the Federal Reserve and the income tax provision is fraudulent, and I would like to see the Fed shut down, the IRS shut down, and the Congress start printing and coining money based on the value of gold. Again, you may only make $10 an hour, but man, at $10 an hour, you'd be considered rich, and things would stabilize eventually. Edward Griffith said it best when he said, we really shouldn't audit the Fed. We should just shut them down. Check out trueworldhistory.info and just type in G. Edward Griffith when you get to one of his movies. Creature from Jekyll Island. This man is a freaking genius. But check all that stuff out and leave me some comments. I know there's those of you out there who think that we have to have taxes. There's those of you who hate the IRS as much as me. And I just think things are going crazy. The American people need to be bailed out before we become a third world country. We need to get jobs back in this country, Barack Obama. So I'm gonna say good day for y'all. Have a great day. Get yourself a Cain cigar, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget, in the Fed, shut down the IRS, start printing United States notes at no interest, get us out of debt. Debt is killing this country.